Morristown, New Jersey. We're talking about Dustin's life experiences on and off the football field. I thought it'd be helpful if you could give us a little bit about your background.
I'm from Lafayette, Indiana, born and raised. I have 4 brothers. I have 2 half-brothers. And we just grew up, it was a madhouse. All those boys, 5 of us, and just my mom.
And I know that one of the reasons we got in touch with you initially is because I had read an article about your experiences growing up and the loss of your father, and maybe how that made you feel different from other kids.
As far as with my father concerned, he's the one that really got me involved in sports. He's the one that kind of put the basketball in my hands and made me, create a true love for that, because basketball, being from Indiana, always was my first love. But when I was in 8th grade, I believe, I was coming out from basketball practice, and almost all my family was in the car. Believe it or not, they all fit into one car. And I was in a really good mood, and I got in the car, and I noticed that everybody was kind of down. And I was actually trying to figure out why is everybody so sad, and found out that my father had passed away, and he had passed away from a drug overdose. And this whole time, we hadn't seen him for a little while. We would kind of see him off and on spurts of time, and we didn't know that he was into drugs or using any drugs or anything like that, so it definitely came as a huge shocker for all of us.
So when your father passed away, did you feel comfortable talking to your friends about it? Who, if anyone, did you talk to about it, and did that evolve over time?
Well, at first, I definitely wasn't comfortable talking with any of my friends. I didn't want to talk to teachers or anybody like that about it. I was fortunate enough to have my 4 brothers that we were just really close, real tight-knit. So we knew we could talk to each other about anything. My mom at the same time, she'd always come to me like, do you want to talk about this? Do you want to talk about that? So I was always comfortable talking to her. So I had a real nice base of people that I could talk to about anything, and that definitely helped me out. But as far as outside help, I don't think I really ever spoke to anybody about it for a little while, though I probably should have. People would ask questions, I would just kind of ignore it or tell them that I just didn't really want to talk about it. But eventually, I met some people that have been in a similar situation, and I think just speaking about it to them, seeing how it was from their perspective, the pros, the cons, what they used to get through it, what you used to get through it, and just kind of talking to different people about it, it makes that transition of going through that whole entire phase of losing a parent that much easier.
What were the biggest challenges you faced in dealing with the loss of a parent?
Well, for me personally, losing my dad, I lost that father figure. So my older brothers stepped up. I had a few uncles that kind of stepped into that role and that said that anything I needed, let them know. In so many different areas, whether it's teachers, coaches, other family members, all these different people stepped up and did their little part to try to fill the void. I'm real appreciative of it.
And how did sports sort of help you heal?
At that point, I'm like, well, this is the guy that put me in sports. What do I do now? Do I just stop playing sports? And you just have so much anger built up into you. And rather than take that in a negative direction, I just decided that I'm going to take all this hurt and I'm going to channel it in the area just to make me the best at everything that I do. And so that pushed me into college. I was at Purdue. I decided that I wanted to be the best tight end. I wanted to make a career out of this whole entire thing. So I just worked at it. And every single time I'd be in the weight room or I'd be running, I would just be thinking about taking care of my mom, taking care of my brothers, and just the possibility of playing in the NFL. And I got the opportunity. I got a call from, at the time, it was Eric Mangini, the coach for the New York Jets, saying, we're going to take you with our next pick. We're going to draft you in the first round. How would you like to be a Jet? There's nothing I would like more.
I look great in green.
I do. I think green looks pretty good on me. But, so I think that's something that really helped me out. Obviously, it was tough losing my father at a young age and him never being able to see me play at a high level in sports. But I think more than anything, what's important is you take that hurt and you channel it in a different direction and just use it to give you that much more drive into whatever it is you may want to do. It may not be sports, may be in school to push yourself to be at the top of your class or whatever you want to be.
Especially considering all of the obstacles that you've overcome, how does it feel to be where you are now?
Well, it's been great, and I feel as a professional athlete that we're given so much and we're so fortunate to be able to be paid to do the thing that we love most in life, that we have a responsibility to give back to the community. So that's another thing that I want to get really involved with and really help out.
And I know you started a foundation of your own. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, my fiance Erin and I started a foundation called the Dustin Keller Foundation to help underprivileged youth, and it's been great so far. I think this, along with the Camp Manitou, just kind of hand in hand, because I mean, you can't have a more underprivileged situation than a kid losing a parent, and in that, anything that I can help to kind of speak on my situation, to talk with kids, to help them out, anything I can do in that area would be great.
So before we wrap up, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to send a message out to the campers of Manitou Experience.
My message would just be, when you lose a parent, obviously it's really tough and it's a hard situation to deal with, but I know that there's other people that have been through the same situation, or people that can relate to the situation that you're going through. And the more people that you're willing to speak to about it, the more people that you're willing to get involved, the more insight that you're going to be able to get on it, and it'll just make the pain and the hurt go away that much faster. And like I said, the most important thing was for me was to channel all that energy and the anger from the situation in a positive direction. In my case, it was into sports, because that's something I really love. It could be school, or helping out your family, or whatever job it may be, anything. Just channeling in the right direction, and you'll have positive results. And don't only see yourself as somebody that needs to learn how to deal with the situation, but also see yourself as a teacher that can help other people, because there's a lot of other people that are in the same situation that you can definitely help out.
Well, Dustin, thanks again. It's wonderful having you being part of the Manitou Experience and sharing your insights and experiences growing up with all of our campers.
Yeah, I really appreciate you having me be part of it, and hopefully for a long time.